freaking
Cover his ass.
le tapé la Trump's that when I posted it.
It's funny all that shit is going on with this guy. Like, it's okay. Like, Trump somehow gets a pass with everything, but no one else can get a pass. Not Biden, nobody else.
You think that he'll win? You guys think he has?
Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised.
We are live here from GSD Studios, FTP crew in the house. Meyer, what he said, Mr. Matt Wolf, our good friend Matt Wolf. We are the FTP crew.
So I decided not to wear a mask now because you're wearing one.
Well, from what I understand, we're out of.
Because you're a Democrat.
I'm a Democrat.
Republican.
I'm a Democrat.
And I live in Balboa, hang out with Republicans.
Yes.
So I'm not going to wear a mask.
I'm a Democrat. I live in Santana. Let's switch roles, man.
That's right.
For each other.
I'm in Balboa.
I'm like, you're in Balboa. I'm over here in Santana and stuff, dealing with the helicopter every single effing day, 3 to 5 times a day in Santana. And what it is, it's because I live over here by South Coast Metro, in La Bristol, La Cedar Shore. The helicopter, we actually.
Oh, right there by the hotel where they sell all the drugs.
Ándale.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wherever you guys want, guys.
How do I know about that?
Es el swami de las drugs ahí, lo que quieras.
Like el tianguis.
Tianguis, lo que quieras. Anyways, it's Costa Mesa PD, the helicopter.
Oh, it's Costa Mesa?
Santa Ana rents the helicopter from them every single time, and I think it's like $2,000 every time.
You figured Santa Ana, you might want to rent everything from someone else.
To me, what's weird is that Santana is only like 5 mile square radius. Do you really need a helicopter?
Well, do you see how they were trying to buy that SWAT?
That big old SWAT car.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It was like $300,000.
Definitely, that's a good image to send us.
Yeah.
Santana's getting better, or it's improving by, bringing.
Maybe we should talk to our city council people and see how much better they're doing.
Well, I think after this election, whoever ends up there, we should start holding them accountable. Being positive, coming with problems and solutions, not freaking lynch mob and shit like people create nowadays. It's crazy because anything happens now and there's a lynch mob after you. You say one thing and look at you. You posted that thing on Facebook and you had a lynch mob that wanted to call you racist.
Did I also bail out black people?
I'm just saying, bro.
So how's that racist?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
I also bail out black people. Sorry.
I think everybody's just too sensitive, and that's where it's at.
I actually do get white calls sometimes too.
Do you?
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
What are the majority of calls that you
Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Yeah, Hispanic.
Well, because you promote yourself a lot in the area.
Right. But I do get a white call here and there.
Yeah,
I actually got a call yesterday.
Yeah.
On Labor Day. White guy.
White guy. DUI. No.
Domestic violence.
Oh, domestic violence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, yeah, man. I don't do that during the holidays because then you get stuck there, till.
No, there's new law that might come in. And people are going to really get stuck now.
Oh, that's
right.
If
there's no more bail, you're going to get stuck there until you go see the judge.
Wow, that's true. So they want to keep people longer in jail. That's what it is.
So imagine if you're like, let's say for example, this weekend, and you're a mailman. I always use the mailman thing. You're a mailman. You get arrested on Thursday for domestic violence.
Yeah.
You won't be able to bail out if this new law goes through. You'll have to wait and see a judge. So you're going to sit there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is a holiday, and then you're going to go see the court on Tuesday, possibly, if there's enough room for all the people who got arrested that weekend.
Wow.
Otherwise, you might not go till Wednesday. You think you still have a job when you get out?
Well, unless you take your vacation right there, but if you don't have any PTO time, you're pretty much going to get fired.
So that's the problem now. They're trying to let people out.
And
this
is going to be on the ballot, right?
It's on the ballot this year, November 2020.
So we're going to make sure we explain that.
Yeah,
it's
Prop 25. They changed it. It was Prop 10, now it's Prop 25. So there's going to be a checklist, and on the checklist is going to say, what is the likelihood of you coming back to court? And for our raza, this is what's going to, they're saying that they're doing this to help people out. Though the checklist will say, oh, are you a U.S. citizen? And then they go, no. They're like, you're staying.
Bye.
You're staying. But if you're a white guy who's a citizen,
if you're a citizen,
then you will get a star there.
Not get racial,
you will get a star there, and then they'll ask you if you have a job and so forth. So there's a lot of different things. So you have to look what's on the ballots, guys, and we're going to bring in the propositions. There's also a proposition to get rid of Ubers, get rid of Lyfts. There's a proposition to get away
property taxes.
There's a proposition now
on commercial.
Here's another one that people aren't looking at. Sexual offenders.
Oh yeah.
Are now going to be allowed that after this 10-year thing, they can now don't need to register anymore as sex offenders.
If they're under 25, no.
If it happened, if the kid was under the age of 16 or so, then you still have to register. But if it's from 16 above, you don't have to anymore. Then the other thing is now.
But it's, in other words, everybody thinks that, let's say you're 35 and you do that, you don't qualify for that law. Only you have to be 25 years of age or younger
Oh yeah.
So
So there's different things that we have to look at.
And that's where I tell people, like, everyone's like, oh my God, you know, especially in Facebook right now, they kind of say it's a pedophile, you know, they're trying to, you know, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. A lot of this is cultural, you know, and I think if you go to Mexico, you have a lot of young ladies that get married. My grandma got married at 14, 15. You know what I mean? Yeah. My grandpa se la robó de Michoacán, se la llevó para la Ciudad de México. That's the way it was. So I think that's where the Democrats are trying to be cultural sensitive to that. Now, I'm not condoning anything like that. I still think if you have a child that's 12, 16 years old and they're dating a 25-year-old, you need to talk to your kid.
Yeah.
Or get involved with that.
No,
you know what I mean?
definitely.
Because there's something else going on there.
Another thing that's on the ballot is going to be if you were in prison. Mm-hmm. If you were in prison before, you're not allowed to vote now. You know that? If you ever go to prison, if you ever
I saw that
prison,
one.
Now they're trying to bring it back where you're going to be allowed to vote now. I don't know what.
Well, again, that's the Democrats trying to say, yes, let's go ahead and give prisoners an opportunity because who passes more reform or hurt to help prisoners?
No.
Right?
So there's
a
lot of
who
things.
Makes money off of prisoners?
I think we should do a day where we just do propositions that they talk about them.
We should bring a couple folks
and the other thing that's confusing to people is sometimes you look at the proposition, you look at what they're putting up there, and then you don't know if a yes will pass it or a no won't pass it.
Well, the way they word it, sometimes you're like, okay,
yeah.
It's yes on proposition, but you don't want to vote no. You know, so you're right. They do them by purpose on that to confuse people, and it works, especially like the gas tax. We talked about that one. That one, remember, we voted for it twice, and we had an opportunity to remove it. And I think at that point I said no. I said yes, remove it, but most people said no because again, I don't think they read it right. But let's keep in mind what happened. They said that those dollars made on that tax was going to go to
roads,
schools and roads and everything. And then when Gavin became governor, the first thing he said, 80% of that's going to that stupid train from San Francisco to Modesto or whatever. I don't know. And the rest is going to other projects.
Yeah.
So I think like a lot of us don't mind paying taxes. But just keep your word and make sure that they are going to the schools and that we are funding.
Well, there should be some kind of law that says that where the money is made up for that. That's where it should go. But I mean, if the governor has the authority to do that, you know, especially
they pretty much he decides where the money is going to go, and that's the big issue people are having right now here with Gavin. You know, and I can see where people get frustrated and things like that. And I think as a Democrat, if he was just get a little more business friendly, you know, just tap it more to really see that side. I think he really could help this state. A lot of people are leaving the state, by the way, you know. People are like, oh yeah, we're losing, but for every one person that leaves
it's getting too hot, dude. That's why.
For every one person that leaves California, we get like 20, 30 that want to move in.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it's the weather. You're not going to have, you know, there was an article, and I think it was fake, I don't know if it was true, on Facebook about this.
Everything that's on Facebook is true.
Well, let's say fact check it, you know what I mean? But, you know, they said Disneyland was looking to move to Texas. And I go, Disneyland will not survive in Texas. I'm sorry. The weather sucks in Texas. What makes Disneyland here is the Southern California weather.
Well, the weather, like in Florida.
Year-round.
When I went to Walt Disney, I was waiting in line for a ride.
Yeah.
And there was a thunderstorm coming in. And they were going to tell everybody to get out of line. And they were going to wait like 30 to 45 minutes. So even in Florida.
Yeah, I don't think it would. Again, California is just the weather. You know, I mean, it's getting hot, but I mean, it's the summer. It's hot every summer here.
It was not hot today, huh? Today, at least.
It's humid. It's just.
It was weird.
It's
weird weather today, huh?
It's a little like tropical weather.
I thought it was going to rain.
Yeah, that's how I felt this morning. You know,
it didn't rain.
Bring a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
And so then it rains, and then you get the humidity, and then it just, you know.
And then you had the fire.
You got all those fires going on.
The fire's going on, and then I washed my car on Friday.
Did you hear how the fires started?
Yeah.
So somebody had a reveal, a
Gender.
baby reveal, and threw some cohetes, and that's how the fire.
It's an actual thing that you could buy that blows up, and it'll throw either pink smoke or blue smoke, depending on the gender of the baby, right? But I guess the shrapnel of it, like those illegal fireworks that they release, once they blow up, there's a lot of shrapnel that comes out, like pieces of whatever it's made out of that's still on fire, and that's what sparked. And they were there. They were like, they saw it go on fire,
and they didn't.
They couldn't. It just.
De volada.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen dry places in the area, you know, and sometimes you'll see.
Okay, so here we go. So now you're saying that these dry places in the area, turn that back to Gavin Newsom. Turn that back to the money that he's made on making all these contributions and stuff like that. and cutting 75% off of Caltrans. Next time you guys drive on our busy freeways, look at the side of the freeways. It's a dump. Es pinche basura por todos lados. And they're not watering, they're not doing none of that stuff, and then all the stuff is dried up. That's where it comes back. Now, all that stuff, first of all, it's illegal firework, but second of all, they're not maintaining the landscaping.
So any little spark, and it could
it's all together.
But you know, we have a fire pretty much every year now. It's like
we have fires every year.
Every year now, the norm is, you know, between August and October, fire, right? And then the winds and all that, and then it get, you know, it's the same thing every year. I mean, it just keeps burning everywhere.
2020 has just been.
I don't know. I think it's been challenging, but I don't think it's been rough. I think it's more on your mindset, your attitude, on how you.
The Kardashian show just got canceled.
Really?
Oh my God!
Oh man!
See, 2020, the Kardashians just got canceled.
What?
It'll be the last season. They just said.
You know what? Let's stop. Let's just stop. Everything right now.
Breaking news.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna have to go back to novelas now.
That's it. But speaking of novelas, I've been watching that Cobra Kai.
Oh, I've been watching Cobra Kai. Which episode are you on?
I'm like on season 2 already.
Oh, you're on season 2?
Oh, I bet.
Me and Alicia started watching that the other day.
Dude, it's like if you like Karate Kid, if you're a Karate Kid fan,
but that's a lot.
it's like the continuation of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Hilarious. Like, isn't it funny?
I'm at the one where no.
Crazy.
Karate Kid Ralph Macchio is training the other guys.
Yeah, the other guys. Yeah, no, it gets better, bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's getting. I'm hooked, man. I'm sitting there just watching it.
I had to turn it off. It was like 2:30 in the morning.
You'll sit there. You want to watch the next episode. And that's what Netflix is.
I hear take the remote, dude. Just
you're like, I want to know what's gonna happen next. I want to know if they're gonna hook up or not. I want to know, it's novelas.
I was ready to put on my diaper and not even go to the restroom for like a whole 2 hours.
Yeah, you can do that. They have Depends for our age. You sit there for.
I like the tanga style. Those are good.
No, los estás saliendo por el lado. Ese no puede ser tanga. That has to be así full coverage para que agarre bien.
Yo hago chiquito, pero.
Puro chulo. But anyways, it's a hell of a show. I mean, as an 80s kid, I mean, anything that brings back
Cobra Kai. Whoever hasn't seen it, watch that, man.
But now it's like, I find myself cheering for Cobra Kai now.
So you're cheering for the white guy?
Yes. Yeah, dude. Like, all the way. Like, I'm cheering for Cobra Kai. Like, I'm not liking Ralph Macchio right now. You know what I mean?
He's a little dick, huh?
Yeah, he's a little fucker. Made his money and shit. I think he's not just kidding. No, but like, because Karate Kid, we all fell for him. But now, you see,
that was an illegal kick.
Now you know that the story of the other guy, of his stepdad, the way he treated him and everything. You're like, wow, I can see why this guy was a bully. He's actually a nice guy, trying to be a nice guy. Anyways, you guys gotta watch it.
Yeah, you guys gotta watch it.
Netflix, send us our
money.
Is Netflix
paying us or anything? Because we're promoting them.
Send Netflix our bet.
Send me a fire stick or something.
No, wait, Lord, what if it catches on fire?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let's not. It's too early on that. But no, seriously, guys, check it out. I think it's a good show.
It is a good show.
You know, if you grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
But it's good. I stopped watching a lot of that stuff. But right now, again, with things going on, it's good to see a show like that get a good laugh and bring back some memories of the 80s and stuff.
There's a lot of good shows on Netflix and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of actually informational shows too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching this one called History. It shows you how they started plastic, how plastic started. So it shows you how many products are out there, and it shows you how bad plastic is.
Yeah.
And how some of it can't even be destroyed. Some of it is like in landfills. It's not going to be able to be destroyed.
It's compostable. Yes.
So it's
exactly. Yeah.
It's petróleo, eh? Lo queman y
well, yeah, pretty much is what it is. Yeah.
And that does not compose. It does not
decompose.
I'm sorry. It does not decompose. It's going to be.
¿Qué pasó?
Check your phone, text.
What do we got to do?
I saw this. Like
it's okay. You guys can talk.
Just tell them about your YouTube channel.
All right, guys.
Oh,
so
we have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
FTP officially is on YouTube. YouTube. YouTube, como dice mi mamá, YouTube. So, guys, we have our own link or our own. We have
our own channel.
Our own channel. So subscribe to our channel so you guys can now.
And our channel is
OC Biz capitalized.
OC Biz capitalized. All caps.
All together.
OC Biz. That's
Yes.
it. We didn't name it FTP Crew because it's the name of.
We are powered by OC
That's
Biz.
right. I forget about that. Yeah, he's the money man right here.
We are powered by OC
That's
Biz.
right. Override it by corporate.
Override FTP right there.
CEO over here.
Let me talk to corporate. Okay, OC
Let me
Biz.
take corporate. Yeah, OC Biz it is.
They can like the video. They can
like the
comment.
video. You can make comments. You can talk about how lame I am and how racist
I am. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. I mean, we got NBA going. We got
The
baseball
Lakers
going.
won.
Lakers won. They play tonight.
That was a hell of a game.
Then NFL starts on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday, NFL comes back.
The Cowboys play the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Cowboys. Come on, bro. What do you mean who I got, dude?
Restaurants open.
The numbers.
Yeah, the restaurants are open.
All the restaurants are open. All
So-
the bars are open.
So what I
all the
understand
gyms are open.
on the restaurant,
Nail
we'll do the
salons.
numbers al ratito.
¿Qué más?
Okay.
What you gotta understand about the restaurants though, they're not completely open. They're gonna be open at 25% capacity indoor.
Come
They're
on,
still
dude.
gonna keep the
It's not-
outdoor.
That's not done, dude. They're open at full capacity.
I'm just telling you. Don't kill the messenger. I know we're all gonna pack the restaurants down, but do stop by and visit your local small businesses, your restaurants.
Yeah.
Especially
Today there's a
SoCal Comida members like Los Sanchez.
Los Sanchez.
You got Villaroma, you got Cambalache,
Oh.
you got the whole Cangrejo Nice family.
By the way, we have to do the giveaway. We are sponsored by Los Sanchez and Garden Grove.
Yeah.
So the first person, I don't know how now that we're on
There's
YouTube.
comments.
How do we do it? So the first person to
You
comment.
can see the comments?
What do you want to comment today? Let's put nachos. First person that puts nachos on there.
Or nachas.
Nachos. Well, tú pones las nachas, güey. Yo pongo. First person to put
Yo
nachos
pongo
on
las
there.
nachas, tú pones el queso.
See, we'll get a free lunch from compliments of Los Sanchez and Garden Grove. Thank you to Victor Gomez.
Where
the
would I
owner.
see the comments,
In
guys?
the live chat.
It's on us.
Live chat. There's a live
Why are you
chat.
people calling me right now? Then you know I'm on the show. What's up?
Would I see that on here?
I can tell you this someone says.
Okay, if anybody says anything, you tell me, right?
So yeah, whoever says nachos first gets it.
Nachos.
It's a free lunch. It's not just tacos. Whatever you guys want, it's a free lunch.
¿Qué pasó, mija?
¿Qué pasó?
All right.
Undercover over here.
A letter. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were giving one
I
of
thought it
those.
was like Sesame Street.
No, no.
We got a letter today, boys and girls.
The word of the day.
The word of the day is Mexican food.
No, Emiliano watches Sesame Street all the time. They were talking about nopales last time. Tacos de
cabrón.
nopales. Elmo, Big Bird had tacos de nopales.
Cabrón.
That's why I like Sesame Street. They're very, very cultural, very diverse. I mean, they talk about everything. They had tacos de nopales. So, yeah, it's
Wow.
popular.
That's
Los
pretty-
Sanchez guys, go check them out. Delicious, authentic Mexican food.
And they sure can
Yeah.
serve stuff. So you get a plate. Man, you can
for-
eat. Two people can eat from the plate.
Yeah, that's
at
true. That
least.
pozole I could have shared, but I didn't. I don't know. I smashed that whole
Yeah,
thing.
that place is good.
No, but that
Steven,
quesadilla, you guys gotta go and try that quesadilla.
quesadilla.
It's like a Mexican pizza, but it's a quesadilla on steroids.
He serves it in a Mexican in a pizza box.
Like a pizza
In
box, yeah.
That's how big it is.
Good stuff, guys. We gotta
Yeah.
take you there, Johnny. One
Yeah.
of these
Let's
days.
go after this. Do they have a TV to watch the game?
Yeah, they put all the TVs there.
Let's go after
Yeah.
That's true. Huh?
Sour cream, y te dan salsa, guacamole. Oh, it's good.
No, sí está muy buena la
Así les pagan los
comida.
producers, con pura comida yo.
As a foodie person, I have to say, and you know, Mexican restaurants. There's a million of them here in Orange County. And I tell folks, I go, if they know how to make a good salsa, that means the restaurant's gonna be good. So they make good salsa.
Imagine how many restaurants, how many taco places we have
Oh,
in Santana.
my God.
It's amazing, and how they're able to survive, and they're all actually thriving. If you think about it, they're all on, the delivery services and all that. I went to Tacos now, Sal's Tacos now. That's not Tacos del Chino
Yeah.
anymore. And I went over there, and the owner had left, so there was no cash register. So the guy's like, no tenemos como cobrarle, and I'm like, well, just add it up, and I'll give you the cash. So that's how he did it, because the lady had left, and she forgot to close the door when I got there. So ordené y todo. And
Oh, they were already closed.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
showed up late.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
No, they closed it at 6, and I got there like at 5:55, but she didn't close the door. Yo entré, y pues yo no sabía, and they're like, oh, we're already closed.
That's kind of early though. 6.
Yeah, they closed it. I don't know where they closed it. But it was
Good food there though.
Good food there.
Sal's.
Molitas.
The molitas, and I had that cocktail with chamoy. That was so good.
The tacos de camarón are
That's
good,
good,
dude.
yeah.
Tacos de camarón are good.
Yeah,
We're-
that's new. The tacos
yeah.
that come out of the
And guys, check it out. Sal's Tacos. You could actually get beer there as well. They have Pacifico, I think, on tap, and then they have caguamas as well. If you guys want to, especially with this heat, they have some good tacos.
Agua de sandía, agua de fresa.
Yeah, yeah, it's very good.
For healthy people like
yeah,
me. Like
yeah,
us.
us healthy guys.
Yeah.
No more goldos.
No more gordos.
We got called goldos in tsunami. What's going on?
Who won?
Commercial. No one has commented yet.
No.
Nobody's commented yet. What the hell?
There's 6 people.
Nine.
Well, the thing is, I don't think. Well,
I don't think
It's-
they know that you have to click on it to take you to YouTube.
You don't
might
think
have
so?
to tell people.
We put click the link.
I think you might have to tell
but see,
people.
I posted on Facebook. Let me see what. Nobody has liked. Nobody has even liked my post. Whatever, guys, like my post. They're not even watching.
I'm on YouTube right now.
I think what we can do later on, we'll share it once we're done. We'll reshare it on Facebook. It's in case you guys now, and then we'll push it, log into.
See, because you can't do a watch party no more either.
Yeah.
It's because it's gonna be on there. So yeah, we're gonna adjust, guys. We're gonna adjust to this and see what's going on. It's on there right
You
now.
want me to go live on mine?
We could go. When you come on, maybe we'll go live, John.
Yeah, I'll go live on mine if you want. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you know what? Let me go live on this right here.
On Instagram too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot. We got a lot of stuff going on. By the way, guys, our guest that was supposed to be here today was Cynthia Contreras, who's running for
¿Qué pasó?
City Council. She actually sent me a message yesterday that she had a death in the family.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that.
A while back, and some kind of anniversary, something like that, was going on today, so she couldn't do it. She said she wanted to come on next week, and I told her that we were booked for the next couple of weeks, so we'll try to get her on when we don't have a guest. So I let her know. She's like, "Can I just go next week?" I go, "But next week we got that booked already with an attorney that's coming on next week."
We do?
Yeah, you told me you had.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm sorry. We have our attorney, Elizabeth Ochoa, is going to come in, and
Yeah.
Elizabeth Ochoa is going to come in and talk to us about, regardless of COVID-19, there's still laws that are going to come in
The new laws.
and impact businesses, and she's
Yeah.
going to share that.
So I told her that we would advise her when we were available. So we are trying to get all the candidates to come in.
Yeah, everybody's welcome, by the
Yeah.
way, guys, because I get people telling me, oh, like, oh, wait, you know what? I got to do the other way.
Comment or anything on it.
So we've got obviously in Santana we've got a mayor's race that's going on. We had Tony Adame, who was running for city council, come on last
Yes,
week. We're gonna also have
CEO
Jonathan.
and owner of
Suavecito.
Suavecito Inc. You guys are familiar with that
We're
company.
gonna bring in Jonathan Hernandez. He's running for city council also. And
We're also bringing on Oscar Rodriguez, who is running for city council in Huntington Beach. And I think we need to support this young kid because Huntington Beach is one of the toughest cities.
Huntington Beach.
Huntington Beach, yes, sir. Yeah, so we need to get some of our folks elected. And what I mean, our folks is like-minded, not necessarily because...
You know that there's an area in Huntington Beach, que hay puro mexicano, right? Right there on Slater and Beach
Yeah,
Boulevard and all that.
I'm constantly.
Yeah.
I ride my bike to Huntington Beach every Saturday from my house over there. And last time I was there, the beach was open. There was about 4 or 5 guys wearing sin camisa, big old Nazi signs and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, swastikas and
Those
all
kinds
that.
of guys.
Those kind of guys were hanging out over there. So
I'm gonna tell you a story. What's the word to comment? Me están preguntando.
Nachos.
Nachos. It's nachos.
nachos.
One time when I used to work for the Bellbond company before I used to work at, we actually would never send our black agents to Huntington Beach
Really? It was
Rosie
that bad,
Felix
huh?
got it.
because Rosie Felix got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosie Felix got it. She was asking what it was. We would never send them there because actually they were actually not treated the way that people were to be treated. Because
Huntington Beach has got some challenges, you know, and I always tell folks that this whole thing it's just a mindset. It's not really.
I remember in the 80s when I used to cruise in my Gumby Bug. I
Was it green or?
That's Gumby Green, yeah.
Is it?
Gumby Green Bug. I would get pulled over and cops would be like, what's up with this? What are you doing here? Why aren't you in San Ana? It's like stuff like that. Back in the day.
Well, that happened in Irvine a lot. Like, but like I hear folks saying, "Oh, in Santana, these cops are always messing with me." How are they messing with you? With 85% of the population is Mexicano.
You guys know
We changed it to commercial.
commercial, right?
Albert Durazo of Pacific Lighthouse Insurance Agency.
We told you this.
Our agency is located in the city of Orange with the capability of serving the entire state of California. I've been serving the community with business, life, health, car, and home insurance for the last 22 years. Pacific Lighthouse is proud to give you the best customer service. We will take care of your needs. The advice we offer will give you the peace of mind that your business and family will be protected. As an independent agency, we will find you the best insurance company at reasonable pricing with the best possible coverage. Call us now at 657-667-0225. Pacific Lighthouse Insurance.
Hello, my name is Cesar Mendoza, and I'm the mortgage broker and CEO for CNC Financial Corp. Our team of professionals have over 20 years of experience, resulting in our strength to educate all of our clients, provide a sense of security, and staying consistent from start to finish. Our expertise include a variety of home loans, such as FHA, conventional, VA, no money down, and loans for non-permanent residents. and even borrowers with IT numbers. We also offer specialized programs for business owners, self-employed, asset depletion, bank statement, and even no income documentation for investment properties. We can also assist in refinances to remove mortgage insurance, cash out to pay off any debt, including renovation and paying off student loans, with no cash out loan to value restrictions. CNC Financial Corp is more than your average company. We're making dreams come true, one family at a time. Call us now at 1-800-306-5185. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you very much.
We're back. FTP crew.
Are we back or porque nomás nos cortaron hacia lo?
I know, man. We got cut off.
I know. Oh,
I am gonna file a report with HR today
Yeah.
on that because I did not like the way I'm being treated. In this
we're over here talking. We're talking about how we're gonna save the world and everything.
We have
we're on
this great
commercials.
plan how we're gonna
Ya
save the
vimos
world, and then they cut us
la
off.
fórmula de cómo curar el cáncer y la chingada y mira,
COVID.
nos cortaron.
El COVID. Anyways, we
So
got
now
with us our good friend today, Mr. Johnny Gutierrez. How you doing, Johnny?
So Johnny,
We'll do this right here. We asked Johnny to come on the show today last minute, and the reason we asked him is you guys know.
no, we had thought about him, but we had.
I had asked Luis, and I checked with corporate, and corporate gave me the green light.
Yeah.
Just that corporate had already booked somebody else.
Yeah.
And they didn't happen. But the whole theme of our show is for the people, FTP, and we like to highlight people that are doing things for the people out there. And we got our good friend Johnny here, who's always out there helping out the community. And this situation, I mean, it's a big story now. It's on the Register. It's Telemundo, Piolín, Howard Stern. Everybody's picking it up right now. Johnny, share with us what happened.
Tell us the whole story, man.
Tell us the story.
We saw you, yeah.
Tell us the cheeseman.
Well, we sure didn't expect to be on the front page of the OC Register. So that happened today. If you can pick it up, I think 7-Eleven.
Aquí se me lo de.
7-Eleven, and there you go, perfect.
There you guys go. Check
So
it out. First
we-
page, go pick it up at the 7-Eleven. You got it right there.
Yeah, or Ralph's, I think, has it, but we didn't expect the front page. So we didn't expect it to be what it is, but so many people know Benji is somebody who is, both him and his wife are in a wheelchair. And
They both have polio?
they both have polio.
Wow.
I didn't know this until recently when he was being interviewed through the OC Register. And he's somebody that across from our OC hospice office is a car wash.
Mhm.
So me and our staff and my nephew would go there to get our shoe shine while you get your car wash.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that I went over there to take my son's boots that he got dirty in the mountains and to get them clean. And as I pull up, he's loading a couple bags of cans into his car. Mind you, he's in a wheelchair carrying like these bags. And the car wash is shut down, and I just kind of pull up and I said, hey, Benji, ¿cómo estás? And we started talking, and he kind of started sharing a story with me. And so I reached in my pocket and I gave him what I had. I had like $50 in my pocket, and I said, hey, I was hoping,
bro, $50.
well, I didn't want to like offend him,
$3
either,
for
because
this
I didn't want to offend him, I didn't know if I was, so I was just like, hey, whatever. you
Tres
can
ahorita, güey. Sácale.
I think that's-
Don't offend me, cabrón.
I got 60 on
Got some needy folks right here too, man.
So what I really liked that he said, no, dice gracias.
I didn't know. I don't know the whole story. So he does shoes.
He shines shoes.
shoes.
He's been there.
What's the gentleman's name, Johnny?
Benji Benjamin, and he's been there, from my understanding, like 28 years.
Wow.
28 years. So he's had this set up.
This
there
was
for-
at the car wash on Newport Boulevard
Yeah.
and Bryant?
It's Newport and Bryant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Across from
okay.
Cokies is right there.
Right, Togo's is right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
76 station.
Wow, 26 years.
28 years, yeah. And so it was just interesting because as soon as I gave him the money, I thought he was going to either get offended or whatever. And he said, no. He goes, thank you so much, but I owe you 5 shoe shines. And that's kind of where I felt like, wow, this man really wants to work for his money.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I parked my car, put it in park, and I got off. And I said, hey, do you want to do a video live on Facebook? And we can ask our friends from the community to see if they can help you out. And so we just did this little video. He shared his story that both him and his wife have, polio.
Wow.
A lot of people don't realize that this happened in Mexico. I didn't know the story until he told me. Back in the day, like in the 50s or 60s, the people in Mexico didn't get the shot for polio.
So that's how you check to see if somebody's Mexican, right?
I heard
Do
that
you have that
mark.
Yeah, that's
agujero?
right here.
You
You don't
got
have
that agujero?
I don't. I was born here,
Oh, you're
but
born here?
I know some family members
Well,
that have it.
I got it right here.
You haven't?
I was born
Yeah,
in-
look, he has it.
I was born in
It burnt when they injected the
Yes.
camera.
I was born in Mexico, but no me
No.
inyectaron away. They brought me when I was 2.
Oh, I have it. I
so,
have it right
the
here.
people,
You
most
have it
people
too?
have it.
Yeah, my mother-in-law has
That's
it.
how INS is
I
going to
got
start
the
checking people
Intro
now.
Mexico.
For all you people out there, INS is going to start. A ver, cabrón.
A ver, cabrón, levanta la pinche mano.
Órale.
Este güey es
He got no
mexicano,
papers,
órale.
come on.
I'm sorry, sir. I am a citizen. Yeah, mexicano. I can say.
But
My name is Sylvester. Órale, cabrón.
But it was for me, like, being here all my life. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, no, we lived out in the ranches. A lot of people didn't get the shot. So by the time he was like a year, 2 years old, at the time, as kids, his wife, who of course he didn't know back then, ended up getting it too. So his wife, to this point, actually can no longer actually move most of her body.
Wow.
She's in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
and then he, as you see him, his right side's already pretty much lost,
Paralyzed.
But the man, like, you see him get in and out of his car, you see him load his wheelchair, like, he's just like resilient. So it was just really nice that when we did the video, like, at least 50, 60 people shared it. It got like about 2,000 views within a
Wow,
couple
nice.
of days.
Really good,
Yeah, and then people just started reaching out to us, and Piolín saw the video.
Piolín, by the way, is a radio host and a Spanish.
Also known
station.
as Tweety.
As
If you guys don't
Tweety,
speak,
very,
if you
very
guys don't
popular.
Speak English, Spanish.
Very, very popular. I mean, syndicated at one point throughout the nation.
Yeah,
And beating Howard Stern ratings. believe it or
yeah.
not.
So
And his brother's del muchacho que trabaja en Disneyland.
George, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Jorge
not
Sotelo,
anymore right now,
shout-
because
Yeah,
shout out to Jorge.
well, shout out to the Sotelo family in
Oh,
general. You
Yeah,
know, they're
the
a very
guy,
good family.
the guy who's a TV announcer dude.
And then
also
their other
Spanish.
son, the other brother, no,
Showboy,
Showboy
he
as
was
well.
an MC for the Alba
Yeah.
Pools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
They're all
and
a
also
really
our,
successful
our
family.
condolences because their dad just recently
Yeah.
passed away a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
So
Condolences.
great family though, the Sotelo family from Ocotlan, Jalisco.
Ocotlan.
I
Yeah.
call it Oakland, Jalisco. But anyways.
Yeah, good people. And Piolín basically a couple of days later called him and said, "Let's get you some help. Let's
Yeah.
get you the word out." And he was looking maybe to find like a new place because obviously the car wash has been closed for 6 months because
Yeah.
of COVID, the shutdown. And so Café Cultura, downtown Santa Ana, said, "Hey, there's a federal building across the street, and why doesn't he like check out
Makes
our
sense.
spot? Check out
Yeah.
our spot." And he had never been there or whatever, so I kind of had to, he's been there 28 years, so you got to like kind of explain to the man, "Are you okay with wanting to move?" I mean,
You gotta go find your cheese somewhere else.
yeah, and he said, "Why don't we go look at the spot?" And so the following, which was Monday, we went over there and to have breakfast and for him to check out the spot. And Piolín surprised him. He showed up there with his whole crew, and he gave him a nice donation check, which he got very emotional. I got
Several
emotional.
checks. I saw that on the video. There were several checks. So.
Yeah, our friend Vanessa from high school, Benavides, good people. She came over and gave a donation. Her GoRN, obviously ROC Hospice gave a donation. Just different people came to donate.
Community getting together.
Yeah,
right.
Rick Correa was there. A lot of the local people were there. People from our chamber were there. Martha Sanchez.
Yeah,
She
Martha,
came out-
yeah.
She came over to make a donation, so it was just nice. And I wasn't gonna do a GoFundMe account because I wanted people to just kind of directly donate to him. But they asked me to do one for him, and the last couple of days that it's been, there, it's only been maybe like 3-4 days. It's already up to almost $4,000.
That's really good.
That's good.
So it's pretty nice.
What's the name of the
Yeah.
GoFund?
So you can go to, it's under Benji.
Benji.
I think it says Benji Wheelchair Shoe Shiner. But you could always go to my Instagram, John Life Hope, John Life Hope. And we put the link at the top there on our profile.
There you go, guys.
And
So-
people can go there and donate. We're going to keep it maybe another week because obviously the paper came out today, the story.
Yeah.
And hopefully, whatever you guys can do, $5, $10,
And look, guys,
$20.
he's not set up yet, by the way, at Café Cultura. He's going to be getting set up here in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks. Or
next week because he's got to build a whole new kind of setup because it's smaller over there, and they're gonna. So he's working on that with his brother-in-law, Richard Santana. Actually reached out to us, and he had offered that maybe the carpenters, union or something would also help out. So I don't know. They're kind of working that whole thing out with Frank, who's shout out to Frank and Sam and my friend Gilbert. These are the owners of Café Cultura. And Red. What's Red?
Red.
Yeah, Naya.
Red Naya.
Those
Red
guys,
Naya.
man.
What's
Those
his
guys.
name?
Red Naya.
No se llama Red.
He's red, dude.
No, es red, pero no.
That's his
Good
nickname.
guy too.
Real nice guys, man. They welcome Benji.
Some of the best chilaquiles in town as well, too.
Oh,
If you guys want to have some really good chilaquiles, go to Cafe Cultura.
And now other people are stepping up. Victor actually, because he saw that the man has, glasses.
Yeah.
Victor offered to give him new glasses.
The OC eyeglass store of OC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it right. This eyeglass store of
Yeah.
OC.
And Teresa from Villa Roma and Leo, they're actually going to be delivering meals to him
Oh, nice.
and his family at home. So that's really nice of them.
Nice.
So different people are just calling us and helping us. So if there's any way you guys want to help Benji, definitely reach out to Carlos or Luis or myself.
Yeah.
And obviously they're going through a tough time.
Yeah.
Both of them being in a wheelchair is pretty tough.
But it's pretty tough. But again, it's the mindset, the attitude of not giving up and making the best out of the situation. And you as well is what this show's about, is for the people. And in this day and age, we need more stories like this. We need more people to go out and help out as many as we can, instead of being on Facebook and trying to fight who's right or wrong with politics. Go out in the community, right? I mean, Johnny, how do you feel doing this? I mean, is it just something like, because a lot of people may not know how to approach people, you know what I mean? So some tips that you can have for people out there when they're looking to help.
I think all of us, Luis, when I met Luis at first, we were doing stuff with Kiwanis and doing backpacks. I've known you since 6th grade. We've always been.
You're stealing backpacks?
I think the fact that we grew up, I think ourselves, where people helped us, right? People
Right.
were there for us as kids. My dad always said, una mano no se lava sola. And when the OC Register was interviewing me and Benji, I explained that to the lady, and she's like, what does that mean? And I said, it basically means that one hand cannot wash itself. I need you as much as you need me. And I go, and then the lady kept asking me questions like, but what made you decide to help this man? I mean, you have a business, you run this and that. I said, listen, it doesn't matter that I'm a owner of a business across the street and he signs shoes. Any day I can be in his shoes.
Yeah.
I can be in his shoes. And she asked me a question that to me was kind of like, but where'd you get that compassionate side, to do that? And I said to her, let me tell you something. Benji is actually helping me in my life.
Right.
I said, because I was, like I was telling you guys, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes 2 months ago.
Wow.
And I was bummed about it, and I got on a major diet. I kind of had been a little bit down. And in that process, this happens with Benji.
Yeah.
And I got so busy with Benji and everything going on that, in a way, a feel-good story, right? A feel-good story is, I think, what everybody's looking for right now.
Right.
It's motivation,
Yeah.
It's to let you know that humans, we still care about humans. I don't know why we stopped, and
Especially right now that our country's so divided, everybody's looking at people that are, I'm a Democrat,
according
I'm a
to certain people,
Republican.
it's great.
Oh yeah, but anyways,
I still don't know what's
but
good about
seriously,
it, but I was like,
but there's a thing on that you see. Oh, for you're a Republican or a Democrat, it's just a good person. So you have to be a good
doesn't
person
matter
before
if
whatever it is.
I know a lot of Republicans
Yeah.
that are very good that give out a lot to the community.
Right.
The Hispanic 100 is
Yes.
one of those organizations that, even though it's
Those are
involved
the
in
ones
the
we hang out in
Republican Party,
Balboa with.
Well,
our
there's
friends,
good and bad everywhere.
Our rich friends.
Yeah, there's good and bad.
There's good
bad.
and,
Yeah,
there's
I
good
get
and
it.
bad everywhere.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, no?
Yeah.
But this is what the show's about, guys, is for the people. And Johnny, you're our for the people person of the month. I guess we'll give it to you. Put your picture up
award,
there
the
whenever we
award.
can,
He's
but
the FTP.
He's
the
the
FTP, officially FTP. And
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well,
I don't know either. I don't know either. I don't know if I want that award.
But believe it or not, Johnny
We
worked.
used to,
She's rolling her eyes
We
over
used to
there.
FTP people, remember? That's that. We're
Well,
gonna
that's how
FTP
it got
that
started.
guy.
That's how FTP got started. And Johnny was
Initially
from
one of the
FTP.
original members of FTP.
Original
so
members
we
of
kicked him out.
FTP chose not to partake because he has his business he wanted to focus on, but he knows he's still part of FTP,
Yeah.
and he's always out there doing it for the people, and I think that's a true example of what we need to learn from. And just pick a day, guys. Go out there. You see somebody in need, talk to them. I always go by. I see a lot of homeless. I always smile at them. I always try to talk to them. Find out the
Who's
story.
making you smile at them?
No, but
A good
a
example
veces me
is
asustan a mí, pero
a good example is for everybody to kind of know. We'll be posting it, but not this weekend, but next weekend. It just something that, again, community event. Everybody's welcome to come to it. It's at Shelly Padilla's office.
it's at the
the helmets.
They have,
I saw that, yeah.
Cascos, puros
like
helmets,
400 helmets will be donated by
Yeah.
the local CHP. Cafe Cultura is looking to do some free coffee. They're thinking about helping out that way, but everybody's stepping up in different ways.
They do the café
Café de olla.
de olla,
Yeah, Cafe de Olla, yeah, and
which
we're
is
gonna be.
el cousin de Oscar de la Hoya. Anyways.
And we'll be donating that day
Bring my sounds.
some skateboards and some bikes. So like it's free. I mean,
Yeah.
people come out and kids can win a bike or kids can win a skateboard.
How many skateboards and bikes are they doing?
Well, right now I'm donating 2 skateboards. I think Shelly's gonna do 2 bikes. But if anybody else wants to donate a bike or a skateboard, it doesn't have to be a super expensive bike or a super expensive. It could just be a nice little skateboard for a kid. We urge you to reach out. It's going to be a nice community event. I'm reaching out to my local media people, like the Register and the guy from El Rojo Vivo, like the show on TV. I reached out to him and said, hey, this event's happening in 2 weeks. And we might get some good media coverage. I think everybody right now is looking for that nice, feel-good story because, again, like you guys said, there's just a lot of sadness.
A lot of negativity.
Kobe Bryant, the fires right now, everything going on with COVID.
The guy with the Black Panther guy.
The Black Panther
I
guy.
Passed away también.
That was crazy, and people were making fun of him on social media.
Yeah,
again, because he had lost so much weight, and they didn't know what was going on. He hadn't told people he had cancer, and he had a very aggressive cancer.
He kept it a secret for a while, many years. Yeah.
I saw that he was visiting kids in the hospital with cancer, and he had it. It's like nobody knew.
Yeah.
I still have to watch Black Panther.
You haven't seen Black Panther?
I haven't seen it either.
What?
I haven't seen it. But my son has the little monito, and he was playing with it.
Have you seen Infinity Wars? Have you seen?
No, you made cosas que son reales.
Have you seen Civil War? Have you?
From the guy that watches Sesame Street.
Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai, pues sí. Yeah, Cobra Kai, sí.
Sesame Street. They had tacos de nopales. Elmo, Cookie Monster had tacos.
My daughter Lucy used to call Elmo Ememo. Ememo.
No, but Johnny, thank you for coming on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I think, again, this is very important, and this is what the whole show is about, is, highlighting what people are doing out in the community. And Johnny, you're always out there doing your thing.
Yeah, let's do some coverage when they build the place, and maybe we can go get.
Well, once he's out there, I'm sure we'll go out there. We'll all go get a shoe shine.
Because the shoe shining is a lost art now. There's not too many places you can do it. Maybe.
Well, and then think about this too for men, except for Luis. We don't go get our nails done.
Pues sí, güey, por eso están todas crusty las
Sí,
uñas, güey.
güey, pinches patas de lagartos, por eso.
Te huelen a...
No fighting.
Te huelen a mugre,
güey.
That's why I don't go. I don't want to get the mugre out, bro. But anyways,
Because la chinita last time
shoe
you were
shining,
there,
like when I used to get my shoe shine, it just makes you feel better as a person when you have clean shoes.
He's the only one that uses the red side, pinche payaso.
Well,
The what?
The red side, you know how it's got a red side and a brown side? You never seen it?
For what?
The ones in the bathrooms?
Like, you can't use the red side?
Sí, solamente los payasos usan esos, güey, the red shoes.
Oh, yeah, the little cleaner.
But
We'll have to work on that.
To add to your point, people right now, a good example, a lot of people are on unemployment, right?
Yep.
When you go to an interview, believe it or
22%.
not, right, the people look at your shoes in an interview. Like, people are trying to hire you. I mean, as a business owner, I interview a lot of people, and I can tell you that.
You got that from Rick Ronquillo.
No, believe it or not.
Remember he used to say that? People check out your shoes, remember?
Really? Oh, I
Believe it or not, it's the shoes, and even for men, like, and I don't know, women could attest to this, but women actually look at the shoes for men.
What do you
too,
think?
So, no, wait. Well,
Well, you're in an interview right now. That's okay.
People walk by you like, oh,
You're an entrepreneur.
They think you're a sleaze tag, dude, or something
You're
like
an entrepreneur. You know?
You guys know what a sleaze tag? You remember Land of the Lost? You remember that?
Chaka.
Chaka.
She's too young. She's not
No, I
gonna
watched it, but I don't know. I remember.
No, you watched the movie, you didn't
Yeah.
watch the
You gotta watch the
series.
show, Land of the
Oh.
Lost. That was a badass show.
Yeah, you watched the
Remember
one with what's his
that?
name?
Inu and Chaka.
Will Ferrell.
But go to our Instagrams on Benji. Like maybe people can more fundraise.
Yeah. Let's give some money into his account. Once he's set up, then we could go support him by getting him business, and we could do what they did with. There was a street vendor out in up north. ¿Cómo se llama? Lancaster, on this desert, right? Some lady was trying to kick the vendor out, and then the Latino community got a hold of it. Next day, 300 people showed up.
That's
Y
great.
se la cagó todo el señor.
Wow, that's great.
You know what I mean? So that's how we can support these people, is help them out that way. Help, they don't want the gimmies, they want to earn it.
Oh yeah, he wants to earn
You
it.
know?
And I actually told him when I saw him the last time, I said, maybe you should take some time. I was thinking for him and his wife, take some time, spend with your wife. As soon as this GoFundMe, we'll transfer it over to you. Take some time off. You've been doing this 28 years. And what did he say to me? He goes, no. Me voy a poner a trabajar. He goes, I'm just rebuilding my little set, but I'll be there next week at Café Cultura in downtown Santa Ana. He goes,
Imagine
I
that,
wanna
guys.
work.
Imagine that. That's from a guy who's dealing with polio,
Yep.
in a wheelchair,
Yep.
Yep.
and he's still out there hustling, trying to. Where's he from? What part of Mexico?
He's from, oh my God,
What do you assume he's Mexican, bro?
I blanked out right now, sorry.
He could have been Central American or South
I had it in
American.
my head.
Can you look
Puebla.
Puebla.
Puebla,
Yeah, he is
Mexico.
Mexican.
Wow, yeah. Hardworking people come from Mexico. That's what I'm trying to say. You know.
And I'll tell you real quick,
Hardworking
I know,
people come from everywhere.
I don't know how much time
Really?
we have, but
No, we got time, dude.
I'll tell you the story real quick. What he, I
Okay, we're out
wasn't,
of time.
All right, thank you guys. That's it for today.
the story he told my sister, I didn't know about this until this week, and my sister just told me this, that it got so tough for him in a situation that he told my sister, and he got really emotional. He was telling this to my sister and my nephew, that they were having lunch after Piolín was there. He said, I couldn't go out and ask for money, but we were so broke, so struggling that I thought about going, and he goes, you should see, I got in my car, I drove to a place, and I tried to ask, and so there was a man that walked by, and I gave him my business card, you know, and in hopes that he says, oh, you do shoe shining, right? And he'll get his shoe shine, and he can earn some money. He goes, the man actually looked at me and said, no, COVID, like
Wow.
didn't want his car,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's tough.
And he
yeah.
goes, so that's where he goes, he goes, and out of nowhere, he goes like, John stops by, he
Yeah.
calls me Juan, and he's Juan Dino, and he's like,
Yeah.
and then this happened, and he really appreciates all of you that have really helped out. Again, he's somebody that wants to earn his money. If you have shoes that you want to get shined, but you don't want to be sitting there, you can also drop off the
Yep.
shoes, you know, right there, and come back and pick them up like the next day.
Take a bag,
So,
leave
yeah.
them in the bag, get a
He does that too.
and you can take more than one pair, guys. Like, you know, I know you got like what 1,000 pairs and stuff, stilettos and all that stuff. So.
Mhm.
And he
Wedges.
cleans women's shoes as well. And he
Wedges?
fixes,
And he
Wedges.
repairs.
fixes them, right? He
Yeah.
That's what I said.
repairs.
Wedges.
And he repairs.
Isn't that what they're called?
No,
You said
no.
wedgies.
You can take your creepers.
My creepers.
Your creepers.
My monkey boots.
Your monkey
Yeah.
boots.
He repairs shoes too, yes.
Oh, he repairs them too.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's
Lo voy a ver mis botas, a ver si me las arreglo.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, I appreciate you guys having me.
No, well,
and-
thank you, John, for coming on and
Yeah.
really showing and being an example out in the community as far as what we all need to be doing. And it's in any time, it doesn't matter what's happening.
Anytime, yeah.
Anytime. We can't only be nice to other people when shit falling apart. You know what I mean? We have to be
Right.
nice all the time, and you'll see that things will change. So,
Oh, it's one of those things like pay it forward, right? It
Yeah.
comes back to you.
you guys ever seen that movie, right?
Yeah.
Pay It
Yeah.
Forward. It's a really good movie, and you never seen that movie? You should see it.
You
It's
should see
with
it. It's a
that
good
kid
movie.
with the
People
sixth
on-
sense. That I see dead people. That kid.
Yeah.
People on social media will
He
always
actually
put
dies
like,
at the
"Oh,
end.
that's
That's
great, you're
crazy.
doing this." Like,
Don't ruin the movie. Now you ruined the movie.
Don't tell people.
That's Cobra Kai.
everybody has a
Cobra
side.
Kai.
Everybody has a side, right?
She hasn't seen it. So yes,
I didn't
All right,
hear.
Johnny, don't leave yet. What we're gonna do is let's do the numbers.
Okay.
Sophie,
You want me to hold that?
we always.
You want it?
Yeah.
I
That's
can
fine.
do both.
Oh, that's a Lomar. That's a Lomar. Oh, there
Omar
you go.
got it. Omar got it.
She's got it. There you go. All right, Mr. Numbers Man.
All right, guys. So
So we always like to give an update on COVID-19.
update on COVID, guys, so you guys are informed and know what's going on. So it looks like total cases in the United States were at about what 6,287,362. That's a lot of cases. So those cases turn out to 188,688 deaths
That
in the
not
United
debts
States.
because they're gonna be in debt.
I know. California, 735,000 people have been open cases, 13,000 deaths and so. Orange County, 49,996. We have about 1,056 deaths. And in Santana, we have 9,597 cases, and 252 people have died from COVID. So you guys watched CNN this morning and said that there will be a vaccine out and available
Of course.
right before the election.
No, right before.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, so
I just wish they would have done this like in October. We would have just 1 month.
it's
but-
a couple of days before the election. The
I'm
vaccine
sure.
will come out.
Are you
ain't
gonna get it?
Ain't gonna cure you, but you might as- I had it and no me pasó nada.
I don't get the flu shot.
I don't either. I went to I went to CVS the other
Oh,
day.
¿y vas a?
Y me dice el vato.
I thought we were gonna take a traditional shot of tequila. That kills alcohol.
Ya somos diabéticos.
Ya pues vayamos
no
con el
podemos.
tequila.
Tequila is actually good for diabetic people.
Not the one we had the other day.
That
Fuimos
one had a lot
al,
of sugar.
fuimos al tequila tasting, luego ese.
Oh, Mandala.
Ay, no digas el nombre, güey.
Oh. ¿No podemos?
Pues no, pues van a decir después que le echamos tierra. But I had a high concentration of sugar.
Oh yeah.
This is ours today, not mandala.
Well, mandala, man.
Pues mandala la chingada, pero esa es la que vamos a usar ahora.
It affected you?
No, I had a couple, and I'm like, I can't have the rest. Este vez los chingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want reposado, Johnny? You want blanco? You
Oh,
want
I'm good.
It kills COVID, dude.
Extra,
No,
it
I'm
kills
good.
COVID, bro.
I'm good. You
We'll
guys
gi-
go
We'll
for
give
it.
you a little bit. We'll give you a poquito.
You guys go for it. Go
You're
for it.
gonna have it's a tradition out here with FTP.
I can't because my sugar will spike.
We do
Oh,
want
not
to
this
thank
one. This one.
Cali Fino Tequila. Just put a little water on there. Cali Fino Tequila, guys. You guys can go check them out at Tlaquepaque in Placentia. They are always there, and try their margaritas made with this tequila. It's very, very tasty.
We gotta go have lunch there.
As a matter of fact, I was there last week. Had the carnitas, freshly made carnitas. Oh my God, they were on point. Dale kombucha juice, Johnny. Well, Johnny,
Ese es caldo de calcetín, güey.
you know, our body responds and tells us sometimes what we got to do, but the good thing,
No, it's
you know,
I see.
that you got diabetes is kind of a good thing for you now because you're eating healthier now. And
I'll take a shot of yours in my water.
I'm like, fucking don't trust me. I'm like, it's iced tea.
Cheers.
I see as sugar.
bueno,
Yeah.
It's not this one. It doesn't have any sugar.
saludcita,
Salud con agua.
Cali Fino, guys. Thank you, Johnny,
Salud, salud, salud.
for the people. Ahí está el otro.
Sí, yo también lo chingo, pero.
Eso lo chingas. Está bueno. Salud.
Ahí está, para que me sepa algo.
No, este tequila está bueno. No está harsh. It's smooth.
Hey, I've lost
Cali.
20 pounds, so I'm trying to stick to my diet.
So as a diabetic now, there's no more Coke.
Well, no,
Oh, ese güey le echaba la coca por eso.
yeah, I used to
¿Cuántas
drink.
líneas te aventabas al día? No te
I
creas,
used
no,
to-
a Coke drinker guy.
I used to drink
Soda,
about
soda.
at least 2 to 3 Cokes a day. You guys know that, and
Now we're done.
now
Llegaba en la mañana, Johnny, you got Coke,
Yeah.
feeding it, pero.
I don't drink alcohol.
You used to
as
call
you guys
yayo,
know.
though.
You guys know I don't drink alcohol, so I would just be like drinking sodas, and I cut out all sugar, all carbs. I walk at least 10,000 steps a day. And
¿Ya te gusta el virote?
Virote.
Pues es el pan.
No more pan, Vincent.
He's like
Pan,
watching it.
You don't like pawn anymore?
You don't like pawn?
Pawn
With
is so good.
tortillas.
Especially if you get pawn.
¿No comes
dulce.
tortilla ya?
Tuna's my new friend. Avocados, salads, grilled chicken. And let me tell you, I never expected to lose 20 pounds. To be honest.
And
That
you
was-
could have
that
done
helps.
this
yeah.
before it, but you know, sometimes it just.
So no
changes.
tortillas at all?
No,
Nada?
you know.
Yeah.
My weakness.
Tortillas are carbs.
My
bro.
biggest
Sí.
weakness is pizza. That's my biggest weakness. So my boys have pizza. My wife will be having
Yeah,
a
the
slice,
cheese, no?
and I just take a bite. You know, I just sit back
Or
and
just
say,
take the
"Las
stuff
ganas."
on top.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
eat the
just don't eat the bread.
Well, it's because bread turns into sugar. You know how it
Pues
is.
sabes que si vas
So
a
portion control.
Yeah.
Portion
¿Cómo se llama? Blaze Pizza.
You-
Yeah.
You could get the
Cauliflower.
Different, yeah, different
Cauliflower.
kinds.
I haven't
I
had
thought
it.
it was tequila and esa era esa madre, güey.
You're kidding me? You're eating hand sanitizer? What the?
A shot of hand sanitizer. How does it taste? Fuck it, let's go.
I thought it was tequila and I was like, oh shit, it had a sanitizer.
Do not do that.
The new thing at the nightclub, everybody's
Do
gonna
not
be
do
taking
that at
shots
home.
of hand.
Do not
You want
do
tequila?
that at
I got
home.
my own, don't worry.
I'm like,
Got my little German eggs.
Vamos a ir a los tacos,
sí,
cálmate.
tengo hambre, güey.
I gotta go have a taco salad.
Taco salad.
Chipotle.
Where we going? Los Sánchez?
Let's go.
We'll
Let's
go somewhere. We'll see. We'll figure it out right now. So.
Ahorita que pay permiso este güey.
No, today's actually my brother's birthday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
so my
right.
mama
You
said,
guys are the same. There's un cumpleaños de alguien, güey, un pariente, este güey también every weekend. He's got something
We
going
got a
on.
big family, bro. We have a birthday every month. I mean, you have 2 birthdays every month, no? Or 3. Este cabrón hace más barbecue. ¿No? His brother-in-law barbecues so much that they got him like this badass barbecue because, you know, they barbecue.
Kamado Joe,
pretty much
Sama.
every.
Kamado Joe?
You guys did the fish this weekend, no?
Yeah, we
Was
did
it smoked?
salmon.
Oh, he
salmon
does the
this
salmon.
weekend.
Smoked? Yeah, smoked salmon.
We also did ribs. They did some huge ribs, and then a couple weeks ago he did the shoulder. What is it? Pork shoulder.
¿Qué
It's
le
like
pasó a su arm?
No,
He's got another one.
Sale como carnitas
Pork shoulder,
del-
yeah,
del
yeah,
toro.
carnitas.
Yeah,
Oh, just
yeah.
like el toro. I had a little bit.
Lomo.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Lomo.
Yeah.
Pork
No,
shoulder.
No, aquí no. No, aquí.
It's lomo,
No.
it's lomito y lo mío.
No, lomo, lomito y lo meto.
Just so you guys know, I'm happily married 16 years.
Eduardo Corona, what's
This
up,
does
Eddie?
not
How you
belong
doing,
to
man? Hope you're
Carlos.
doing better, Eddie. Our
What's
good
that?
friend Eddie, let's send some prayers out to Mr. Eduardo Corona, who's actually had heart surgery today.
Eddie Corona, who's that?
Yeah.
Prayers,
You
brother.
remember him from Lathrop? Him
Yeah.
and his sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's from Santana. So, Eddie, hopefully everything turned out good and things are going well, brother.
Saludos,
Prayers from the FTP crew and everybody here.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Health is wealth. I mean, I just found out one of my good friends has leukemia. You know, yeah, and it's all of a sudden I was like, I hadn't talked to him like in a year, and then you know I found out. I'm like, hey, and he's doing well. I mean, he's gonna get a bone marrow transplant now. His brother,
that's great.
Se lo está mandando de México acá.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's gonna get operated in like October.
¿Lo va a mandar con coyote o sin coyote?
Ya llegó, güey.
Oh, ya llegó,
Sin
entonces
coyote,
ya
yeah.
con
Yeah, the
coyotes.
bone marrow is already at. I guess they're doing it at Cedar Sinai.
Yeah.
It's already there. And it's waiting for him just because of COVID. He can't go in like right away.
Yeah.
Well, that's great he found a match because a lot of people don't, and it
Right.
takes years for people to find a
Yeah.
match.
Yeah,
that's
so
a
his brother
blessing.
is matched up. So yeah, and I heard it's really painful. I mean, that stuff's really.
Well, they literally go in the back of your spinal cord and withdraw stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an epidural for women that
And he was
get
telling me
pregnant.
that he's going to need some help going up there to Cedar Sinai because I guess he's going to be there like for 6 months, and then after that, cuando tenemos que llevar, just don't put me down, you know, I'll take you down.
Yeah.
Down there. It's like,
I'm sure we can give them some.
Hey, and we're gonna send lots of prayers to our friend Beatriz.
Yes, Beatriz.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah.
everything's going well, and we're gonna have to like now drive you around Beatriz because it's
Yeah, Beatriz.
too many accidents.
we're not inviting you to Vegas
Prayers to
either.
our friend Beatriz.
Una suerte, güey.
No, pero lo que le digo, tienes suerte. Buy a lotto ticket, Beatriz. Buy a lotto ticket. Porque es suerte. Believe it or not, if it's an accident or not, that's a lot of stuff. going
Whatever
on,
it
but
is,
she's
we're
doing
praying
good.
for you, Beatriz.
Yes,
We're
she's
here
doing
for you,
well,
you
stuff
know?
like that. So
We've known her for
you want to
years.
give any shout outs? Nobody on there?
I don't know how to work this new stuff right
Yeah.
here on YouTube. We got to figure
We'll
it
have
out.
to figure out.
We have people there and there, right?
We got Jamie
People like-
Martel, Gonzalez, Daniel Cabrera, Villaroma, Rosie Loaiza with her.
You have anybody there?
Tatiana,
Is on there?
the
Okay.
juices.
Pacheca.
Tatiana, the
Yeah,
juicer?
Karina Montes,
The
Go ahead, who else?
Victor the
Sandra
juicer.
Zuniga, Jennifer Chen, Paola Padilla,
all
DJ
right.
Galeana Karaoke Show.
There you go. We got Lara Velasquez, Chris Tavares, Richard Scott Whitfield, Gavi Aribla, as I say, Arilubu, Venegas, who has a beautiful, that's Damien's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah!
with,
Congratulations.
Maximo.
Maximo, right?
He's so cute, Maximo. Maria Castaneda Diaz, you know her. She was our Century High School.
Yeah.
Michael Garcia, Chiquis,
Chiquis,
Huacua, whatever, how you say that. We'll work on that, Chiquis. Gloria, how you doing? Jesus Pativilla Gomez, Eduardo Corona, hope you're doing better, brother. Waiting for the surgery. We'll have prayers. And Tatiana Mejia's on there, so. Anyways, guys, you want to plug anything for you? Your hospice, anything?
No. Obviously, if you guys know anybody, unfortunately, that's going through a tough time with healthcare, I'm,
Yeah.
OC Hospice, and again, not this weekend, next weekend, we'll post the flyer somewhere.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
saw
the
that.
free helmets. In fact, I called Mary from TKO.
Mary Lotta?
They're going to bring out some people. Jerry from Toyama Karate.
Nice.
They're going to bring out some people. So any groups that you know out there of kids or any organization with kids, we want to make sure we get them all the free helmets. And it's in 2 weeks. Not
Yeah.
this Saturday, next Saturday. And we'll post the flyer.
Yeah. Most people will be there.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you guys. That's it for today's show. Thank you, Johnny, for coming on.
Thank
Don't
you, Johnny.
forget it, guys. You
Yes.
heard it here
Gracias.
on FTP Crew. We'll see you next week. We have Liz Ochoa,
Liz Ochoa.
who's our labor lawyer, who's going to talk about the laws that are going to impact businesses. So, with that said, don't forget it. You heard it here on FTP. And hi, Rosie Malbec Felix, the trophy husband.
The winner of the lunch.
Yeah.
It was Martin that told her.
Yeah.